How's it going, my bones? SilverDFanng back with more YouTube reactions. We got another Kentucky Ballistics. We love that crazy man and his guns. This one's even crazier because it's what can you do with pennies? Self-defense tips. It's glorious. Enjoy. I've just been swamped with schoolwork. No time for games. Nothing? Not even a casual game? Wait a minute, I've seen you play Ark. Okay, this is Kentucky Ballistics, penny self-defense techniques. Are pennies still useful? I want pennies to be useful because I have a bunch of them.
Penny is going the way of the dodo bird. They say they are too expensive to make and they're pretty much useless. Well, I beg to differ.
Ooh, pennies in a sock.
10-gauge penny load.
Ooh.
Holy cow! Fist with a roll of pennies in it. 10-gauge penny load that are all soldered together. 2-bore blunderbuss loaded up with 70.
Look at that beast. We've watched videos of the mule. The mule is a destruction in a hand. This man is insane, and I love him.
2 pennies. I'm sure this thing is gonna kick the absolute snot out of me. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I got some sad news for you today. The penny is going the way of the dodo bird. They say they are too expensive to make, and they're pretty much useless.
They're worthless.
I beg to differ. I think pennies are very useful, especially when it comes to self-defense. So today, I have a Ballistic Dummy Lab zombie torso, and I have a buttload of pennies, and we're going to explore all the many ways that you can defend yourself with pennies. Let's get set.
Keep a couple pennies in your pocket. Pocket sand, pocket pennies. Ha! And just run.
Up and get started. Let me tell you about today's sponsor, War Thunder. War Thunder is
okay, it's new.
The most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made, and it's now available for free on PC, consoles, and mobile devices. Take command of over 2,500 tanks,
Dude's
planes,
gotta get
helicopters,
paid.
and ships of 10 major nations,
Ooh,
ranging from biplanes and armored cars of the 1920s to the fighter
I
jets
have
and
no
main battle
interest, but
tanks
if you
of
do,
today.
check out War
Immerse
Thunder.
yourself in the intense combat of War Thunder, where incredible
How much channel points do you have, Ger?
realistic graphics
I feel like I just
check out the Pando Pet Cafe.
I feel like I know what's about to happen.
War machines of all time. Join a worldwide community of over 95 million.
I'm not gonna lie,
players in epic
I've been
PvP battles
tempted.
today,
73K.
and
Wait a minute, wait a
experience
minute.
That is War Thunder. With an unmatched wealth of high-quality content to discover, there's simply no game better suited for fans of military history.
I don't have anything worth that much.
War Thunder is the impressive damage X-ray view. If your vehicle or an enemy is destroyed, War Thunder shows you exactly what happened. In X-ray view, you'll see precisely where the shell penetrated, which components were affected, and what ultimately led to the destruction of the vehicle. Play War Thunder for free on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and mobile devices now using my link in the pinned comment or the video description. New and returning players on PC and consoles that have not played in the last 6 months will also receive a massive bonus pack that includes multiple premium vehicles and 7 days
sorry,
of premium
I didn't mean to
accounts.
skip.
This is only sponsored
Oh,
today's
God.
video. I'm being, see what that does. All right, here we go.
That probably would hurt the eyes.
Okay, I don't really see much damage. I definitely think that probably would have stung a little bit, but no real damage. So now I say we throw some more pennies at him, but we'll just keep them in the roll this time. I'm also not very
That would
accurate
hurt.
when it comes to throwing, so I'm going to get really close this time. Here we go.
Oh, shit! Oh shit! That was actually kind of cool looking.
I think That definitely would have hurt.
Oh,
I got a
damn.
little slit right there on his forehead.
Ooh.
So I would say getting hit with a roll of pennies still in the roll, that would hurt quite a bit. We're gonna go from throwing pennies to punching with pennies. I've always heard the tall tale that if you hold a roll of coins in your hand, it makes your fist heavier and therefore you deliver more damage.
I didn't know that.
We're going to punch Mr. Zombie in the ribs with a fist and then a fist with a roll of pennies in it and see if we can tell a difference. Okay, let's give him like a 50% punch. Here we go.
Right to the kidney. Or the liver. I don't know.
Oh, I broke his ribs. Oops.
Oh, shit.
Hands weren't meant to create, they only destroy.
So, those snapped. So I don't really know
A
how
50% punch breaks ribs.
we're going to be able to tell if I'm hitting harder with the pennies, because I already accidentally broke his ribs. Let's hit him anyways. All right, now I have a...
Look, Scott might be a nice guy, but yeah, you can kind of tell that he's a former American cop. Yeah.
roll of pennies in my hand. I'm gonna grip those real tight. I guess I'm just gonna aim more for the back ribs then. Here we go. Well, I would say I felt like I had a little bit of a heavier mitt when I hit him that time, but I don't really know if there's any way to tell a difference from just hitting this zombie. Plus, we broke his ribs on the first punch, so... Moving on. Up next on penny self-defense is going to be a...
I just like how it sounds when the pennies hit the head. It's a good sound. It's good sound.
tube sock with 150 pennies in it. I have always wanted to do this. I'm very curious to see what kind of damage we do to Mr. Zombie here. So this side...
I think
is
it's
still
going to be
pretty good,
brutal.
so I'm going to aim for these ribs, and then I'm going to smack him in the face. Here we go. Ribs first. Ow! It bounced back in that hurt. Just a ricochet hurt. So I can't imagine what he felt. Like, we didn't break anything, but I'm sure that did not feel good.
On
now
him,
let's
you
give him
didn't.
one to the face. Here we go.
Oh shit! I think he just broke his jaw. God damn. Oh well, something fell. Is that teeth? No, that might be the jaw.
That would definitely not feel very good.
Ooh.
Now you have to take into consideration, this guy has already been hit with a bolt that flew out of a 308.
Jesus.
But I'm pretty sure that broke his jaw that time when he got hit with the pennies. Now, do take into consideration his jaw was probably already a little weakened, but that would definitely hurt. Pennies in a tube sock. Not bad. So far, I am actually pretty impressed with these pennies. But before we move on to things that involve gunpowder, we're going to see what kind of damage we can do with a slingshot.
I feel like it'd be hard.
For Mr. Zombie's chest. Oh.
Nah.
I don't see anything.
That did nothing.
Didn't do much of anything. Let's get a little closer. Hope this doesn't come back and hit me in the eyeball.
It might. You should wear glasses. That sounded like a titty slap.
No, it would definitely sting. I'll give you that, but doesn't look like it's going to do much damage. I am going to go ahead and throw one at his dome, though.
I feel like it would sting, but I don't think it would hurt. Well, I don't know. There's only one way to test. Gur, stand over there. I'm going to get a slingshot and a penny, and we'll see how much it hurts. It'll leave like a welt or something.
Didn't do much of anything, but again, I definitely would not want to be hit with that. I'm sure it would sting. Okay, now it's time to move on to firearms. This is a single shot, break action, 10-gauge shotgun, and this is a 10-gauge penny load. This thing is full of pennies, and before we shoot Mr. Zombie, we're going to take a shot at this armored truck and see what kind of spread we're getting. Hopefully they don't bounce off the truck. All right, here we go.
Not a lot of thought was put in here, was it?
Them pennies be kicking.
Wait, what?
I'm not really sure where those pennies
Okay,
hit.
okay.
Maybe we need something that's a little more fresh. Let's try again. Okay, this blue truck here still has most of its paint. So let's try again shooting it in. Here we go.
Oh, saw that.
Wow. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that all of those pennies somehow stayed together and just punched a hole through this truck. And if you look
Which is insane.
back here in the tailgate, there are pennies. You've got all kinds of pennies back here. Look at that. That thing is messed up.
Can I just say that this would be a great, like, episode of, like, CSI? They just see someone with, like, a bullet hole, but they couldn't find a bullet, and they couldn't figure out what kind of gauge the bullet was because of the shape. But they just see a bunch of pennies, and they have to figure out that someone actually just made a penny shotgun rifle. That'd be fun.
So
A 9mm
they all
would go
stayed
right for
together
your
to go through
door?
the truck, and then once
Good to
they went
know.
through the
Nice
truck,
to
they
meet
just
you.
spread
I'm
like
Doff.
penny buckshot. Let's go shoot the zombie. So now I have.
Remember, the
another
only cover is your
10-gauge
rims and
loose
engine block?
penny round.
Okay.
We're gonna see what happens to Mr. Zombie. I don't think it's gonna be pretty. Okie dokie. Here we go. Holy cow.
Ooh. That killed him.
Oh, wow. Dude. Blew through him. It looks like most of those pennies stayed together. I think you had a few stragglers. 'cause
Oh,
we got
the
two marks right here.
shrapnel. Ooh.
But that right there is
They are super
pretty
expensive.
impressive. I really was not expecting this today. So the 10
On top of that, now he has lead or copper poisoning because of the pennies. God damn.
gauge loose penny round was pretty effective to say the least. Up next, I have another 10 gauge penny load, but all the pennies are glued together. All right, I bet this is going to go right through him. Here we go.
I think he gets a deal from the company.
Oh!
Well, he did aim for the same hole.
Did I hit the same hole?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I managed to hit him in the exact same spot. And it continued on into the puddle of water. We hit him right here in the front, right next to it, I guess.
Titty shot.
And then we blew through the back again. So we have used 10 gauge loose penny loads, a 10 gauge glued penny load, and now I have a 10 gauge penny load with pennies that are all
That's a good question, Gert. I have no idea. Maybe it's glued to the table?
soldered together. And to avoid me hitting him in the same spot a third time, I'm going to take a knee and I'm going to aim for his belly. Okie dokie. Here we go.
Ooh, gut shot. Oh, there we
my
go.
gosh.
Nope, that's just a sturdy dummy.
That was absolutely disgusting. I don't think I've ever seen a zombie react like that.
Yeah, I just noticed the stick too.
Oh, that was a perfect hole. And then he kind of turned into a fountain. I really want to find those pennies. It looks like we hit the dirt right here. So,
Those pennies belong to the earth now.
out. It's right there. There.
Oh, that is wedged in.
Oh, that is gnarly. Talk about a big, nasty slug. That penetrated better than a regular slug would have. I am actually really impressed right now with these pennies as shotgun loads. The 10 gauge penny
Scott over here becoming a 17th century pirate, just filling his blunderbuss with anything he can get.
loads were pretty impressive, but we can only fit so many pennies in a 10 gauge shotgun. So up next, we're going to use my 2-bore blunderbuss, the Mule. This thing right now is loaded up with 72 pennies. I am very excited to see what happens when we blast
Many
this zombie.
blew
this
their
thing
hands
is gonna
off.
kick the absolute snot out of me.
Pirates were not. A lot of pirates were soldiers, but
Welcome, Blue Fox over.
they weren't dumb.
Let's go check that out.
Not recently. I haven't. Look at all those shiny pennies.
Well, okay. So we did manage to hit him with some of those pennies. We've got some marks here, here, but right there, you can actually see one of them slid into him. Oh, look at that. That is stuck in his belly. Oh my goodness. Okay, on that one too. This one's like dug into him. Look at this, right? Oh, I'm gonna try and pull this out of here. Come on. Ah! Ah!
Damn, that penny was right in his intestines.
Right here in his neck.
Ooh, jugular.
Look at that.
God damn.
I feel that one. I know how that one feels. I would say that the 10 gauge loads were actually more effective than the blunderbuss load because they're loosely packed in this.
True, it's not as lethal.
They were in a tight little package and stayed together. But this next round is a little more tightly packed. Okay, now the 2-bore blunderbuss is loaded up with a bunch of pennies again, but this time they have a cup to support them, and there's a little bit of glue in there. Okay, let's hit him again.
I'm sorry, he just put a cup filled with pennies and glue in a blunderbuss, pretty much. What is this man?
Oh.
What the fuck happened?
I hit him, but I don't know if we did much damage.
Did the cup blow up?
So it doesn't seem the cup or glue helped much when it came to keeping the pennies together in the blunderbuss. They all just kind of bounced off of him. But that's okay because this next one is definitely
Did the glue
gonna
melt?
stay together. I can guarantee it. Our final round in the 2-bore blunderbuss is going to be a 2-bore penny wax slug. I feel like this is just going to act like a giant torpedo.
USA!
All right, 2-bore
USA!
penny wax slug. Here we go.
And that is dead.
Wow.
That is a dead corpse.
Was not playing around. That kicked the absolute snot out of me.
Oh my god, look at that copper shavings, man. Jesus! Holy fuck!
Ooh. Yeah, let me go set this down and we'll take a look.
A few moments later.
So I reviewed the slow-mo footage and it looks like the wax 2-bore penny slug hit him kind of long ways, but still managed to make it all the way through him because in the slow-mo, it looks like his back turns into
Nope, gotta go.
it all the way through him because in the slow-mo, it looks like his back.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay, the spine is still intact, which I'm shocked. But like both sides, man, got destroyed by that penny wax thingy. Who needs bullets when you can just spend an hour collecting pennies and putting wax on them? Jesus.
Turns into a change dispenser.
That recoil was intense.
That wax slug was pretty effective, but all in all, I think the pennies have been more effective out of the 10 gauge. We still have some good real estate right here, so for our final shot, I say we hit him point blank in the face with pennies from the 10 gauge. And this final shot is brought to you by SDI, and if you're looking to get your start in firearms technology, be sure and check them out. There's a link in the description down below. Penny for your thoughts.
Oh! Ooh, I felt that. Ooh, I felt that.
Oh! Oh! That was quite explosive.
A bullet that kind would be like $1 to $2 probably. Okay, your country has an issue if bullets are that cheap.
I think I could argue right now that 10 gauge penny loads are more effective than anything I've ever shot out of a 10 gauge. And the next time I hear someone say a penny for your thoughts, that's all I'm going to be able to think of. So I learned a lot about pennies today. They may not be worth much when it comes to currency anymore, but they're actually pretty useful in other ways. What was your favorite penny self-defense technique or load? Let me know in the comment section.
Mine was the sock full of pennies, because I feel like that would be fun to do. Just throw a sock full of pennies at a dude. It's like, I got a gun. I got a penny sock. Ha 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 ha. This was stupid and I love it. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. Check me out on Twitch, SilverDFanng, 2 N's in Fang. Check me out on Twitter and Blue Sky under the same name. Also TikTok. Have a great night.